It's pretty normal for you to feel sometimes super down or even depressed when the person you care about starts ignoring you. Even sometimes you can get angry and you want to reach out to them in some way. But this is actually counterintuitive. I have been there many times and I can say now confidently, my recent situations in these scenarios, I have handled it very effectively. I end up winning all the time. And does winning mean that I get them back? No. Does winning mean that I get what I want from this entire situation? No. What I mean by winning is I always stay undisturbed. I have always my inner peace and I handle these situations pretty much good. So in this video, I have prepared few steps that hopefully will be your ticket to understanding and mastering the silent treatment. Everyone who watches this video can get benefit from it and hopefully will be at the end of it better equipped to handle being ignored without doing the wrong things and without doing much effort. So without any further ado, let's dive into the video. First thing first, are you sure you're being ignored? Let's do a reality check. Are you positively 100% certain you're being ignored by that person? I always try to give the benefit of the doubt to any person who is not calling or who is not talking for 2 days, 3 days. I always say, no, he might be having some family issues or he might be having a lot of work and he cannot reach out. Always give the benefit of the doubt, even to the people who are close to me. I can get a call, someone complaining about someone. I tell him, no, wait, give him, maybe his wife, maybe his kids. Always give the benefit of the doubt. And always, this is also what I do. I try to not judge the situation and not assess it when I'm too excited or too angry, too sad. I always try to judge and assess the situation when I'm neutral. Because sometimes you can wear your insecurities and your anxiety makes you misinterpret the situation. And you can see that in people who are anxious. You can ask them about an event that you yourself attended and you will see how they interpret the situation negatively somehow. So you'll have to check your emotional radar. You will have to check why you interpret certain things this way. And different people can interpret different behaviors differently. I can interpret your polite smile as an invitation for me to approach you. And the same way you can interpret less responsiveness as ignoring you. And so it is essential to give the benefit of the doubt. Unless you are absolutely sure about the person ignoring you, then here we are safe to go to the next part. All right, the next step, now that we already know that this person is ignoring us, the best course of action is to back off, to ignore them the same way they're ignoring you. If you're sure that this person is ignoring you and maybe you also know that they might also care about you and it's strange that they just are not reaching out, then be sure that they think about you. When they are ignoring you, they think about you. And even if they know that you care about them, they expect you to reach out to them. And what you want to do is to not give them what they want. Don't reach out to them. At least for the first 2 weeks, this distance that is between both of you will trigger the miss you effect. And there is no text bombardment strategy that can work. Show them that you respect yourself and that you respect their space. You can look at this as a way to give the person space to heal, a space to reflect on the situation. Maybe sometimes you can enter a relation where the person is not ready and it is okay for you to step back. And sometimes this person can enter into your space and you're not ready and they are giving you space to reflect. So both of you can reflect. You can take the time for yourself. Take a time to reflect on the situation. Take the time to heal. To many people, even recently, I have met someone and I just thought that it wasn't the right time. And when I meet that person in person, I still greet that person. But I just thought that when we started to talk, that they were not ready for anything. And so it is okay, you're not, there's no animosity, there's no hate between both of you, that you can look at this as a positive way for both of you to reflect on things. All right, next step is, now that we already know that they're ignoring us, we gave them some time, and we should expect, and you should expect that they will reach out to you. Whether it is within 2 months, 3 months, or within 2 weeks. It depends on the person. You would know better. Based on how connected you were, you would know for how long they will be patient, or how long they can endure this disconnect. So, you will have to imagine, okay? You'll have to imagine, if they reach out to you, don't be too quick to send I miss you to. Hold on hitting this respond button. Waiting a bit to reply sends a clear message that you're not too eager for their attention. And this works, and it is based on something called the scarcity principle. And it makes your response more valuable. So Give it some time. Don't be too quick to respond. And if you don't get this message from the person during the break that you both have, then during this entire time, you will have to distract yourself. Pay attention to that. You will have to distract yourself. Not by watching movies and Netflix. No, this is waste of time. You want to use your time in a way that will make you feel good about yourself. When you waste your time, you don't feel good about yourself. So distract yourself by doing things that are good for you. Good for your personal growth, good for your healing. Maybe you are the person that needs healing, and this is why the person pulled away. And so when you get back together, you want to come back with a new or a better version of you. Dive into your own interests and passions, pursue your hobbies, meet new friends, make new acquaintances. And when they notice, and they most likely will notice how you're thriving without them, they might realize that they are missing out and they might come back. So be open to meeting new people. It's now your time to expand your social horizon. And even if it's something that you don't enjoy, it will at least distract you from thinking about that person. All right, now that you gave them already some time, you focused on yourself, it is the time that you reach out to them. Because I'm sure that this person will be waiting for your message, and you did not give them what they wanted the first week, the second week. It took you some time, and it made everything more exciting. Now it is the time that you reach out. It will be time for an honest conversation. Keep it calm, cool, and collected. Express your feelings without an accusatory tone. Tell them that you wanted to give them space, and you hope that now that you both can have a conversation and listen to what they have to say. Most of the time, all what it takes to reconnect back and mend this breach is this conversation. But have in mind that the objective of this conversation will be to reconcile. You're not blaming, you're not accusing, and you're not doing none of these things. All right, now that you reached out, you had the conversation, we said that most likely it will work, but we should also consider the possibility that it will not work and the person will be negative, and here you will have to walk away. If you have exhausted all the options that we have spoken about and they're still chilling in the land of silence, or they responded negatively, then this is what you will have to do. You'll have to walk away. You've got to be prepared to put distance between both of you permanently. It doesn't mean that you will have to cut ties entirely, but you will have to consider a longer break, and you will have to focus on yourself. And sometimes walking away is the best choice for your happiness, self-respect, and your inner peace. The last step I want to address here is take control of your emotions. If your emotions are heavily influenced by someone else, and you feel deeply attached to this roller coaster of emotions that sometimes they make you feel happy and sometimes they make you feel sad, and you crave this feeling, it is a sign that you need to work on yourself. And this can also indicate that the relationship you have is unhealthy. For sure, a person can make you happy and a person can make you sad. For sure, we are all human beings and we interact with each other, and this interaction makes us feel certain emotions. But for a person to be your sole source of happiness, it is unhealthy. So what I would advise is try to not invest all your emotions into someone too quickly. Take your time, especially if the person is someone new in your life and you don't know much about him. This way your happiness is within your own control. I'm not saying be emotionally distant, but be cautious at the beginning, at least at the beginning. Until you are sure that, okay, I'm with this person in a safe place and I can let go of all my guards. This way your happiness is within your own control, not in the hands of someone else. You have the ability to control your emotions and to stay in charge. And when you have this control over your emotions, no silent treatment can damage you. Of course, this video is not about playing mind games, but I know that it is important for you to be able to handle these situations, because if you don't, people will manipulate you, first of all. And secondly, you can get damaged, emotionally damaged, spiritually damaged. This silent treatment, a mature person wouldn't want to handle things this way. But you will encounter people who are not mature, who are immature. And so you will have to deal with that in a way that is positive for yourself. You don't want to be disturbed. And you don't want to be indifferent about the situation. If you care about the person, or if the person is someone who is close to you, someone from your family, but you will have to approach it in a positive way so that you don't get affected by it. So I hope that this video helped you in some way. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I will see you in the next one.